This is a World War II disaster battle challenge designed by GN420X. You can only use infantry, medium tanks, one artillery piece, one mortar, and one BB, which I believe he means the base building fixed emplacements. We cannot use heavy tanks, mines, blockades, barbed wire, artillery signalers, allies, and we must go against 6 heroic AI on the hardest map possible. This is going to be a rough one, but let's give it our all. Now, in terms of the hardest map possible, that is certainly a bit subjective, so it's a little hard for me to pick. There's definitely ones like the Ruins here that are super easy maps, but then there are much harder ones that we've had to play multiple times to get a victory. But one I think is probably the hardest is the Utah Beach map. Alright boyos, let's go ahead and start off by spawning in some infantry. The reason we picked the Utah Beach map is because it's so wide open, and we've lost on this map like 10 times, so it's a very tough map. Reason being, again, is the openness, but also there's just no choke points to funnel the enemy into, and they get a very big spawn area, so they can spread out from here and attack from all sides very easily. Again, we're playing against 6 heroic US Army AI, and we are all alone here, which actually might be good, so that way the allies don't siphon off our resources during this thing. That's a good thing, but we can't get any AT miners, which is a little bit frustrating. We are going to get an engineering truck right now, and we're going to pull that up here. We can't use the mines from it, and we can't build emplacements, but we're allowed to build one base building. So that means we're probably going to pick the biggest one we possibly can and hope that helps us out. We're also allowed one mortar, but I'm not going to spend that on an 8 centimeter. Instead, we're probably going to go with the 20 centimeter LDGW, which we can spawn in 6 minutes. And then on top of that, we're also going to get the SK-18 10 centimeter artillery there. We can't buy any medium vehicles for the time being, but let's actually start by buying some AT detachments. We're going to set them up around here because there is a small hedgerow here and tanks do tend to go this way. Let's also get a Jaeger squad over here to man some of these sandbags over here, and a Volks heavy squad. We just don't want to get flanked over here. That could end up being really messy for us. In fact, maybe we should have some soldiers all the way on the right side to watch for enemy flanks. We have 13 minutes to set up our defenses here, and then we have to hold for an hour and a half, which is certainly going to be a little bit rough. We'll go ahead and plop this actually inside of the point just to add a little bit of weight to it, and let's go ahead and distribute our troopers over this way. Very nice. There are a few static guns and things like that here that we can use, but we can't use the Panther. Oh, we can! It's a medium tank. It is not a heavy tank. Oh, let's go! Okay, I thought Panthers were heavy tanks, but no. Very nice. Okay, so we can utilize that. Wunderbar! What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Okay, what we actually need to do with these guys is go ahead and take the heavy shovel here. So ditch that, take that, beautiful, and then we should be able to build. So we could get a heavy anti-tank gun bunker, a anti-aircraft bunker, mortar trench, howitzer emplacement, or like a dushka. Oh, concrete stronghold. Oh, it's the big boy. Do I want this? This comes with its own set of problems when building it, because it is glitchy, and on top of that, might not even be the best choice for us, but it would also be a chance to go ahead and blockade our front lines a lot. Why don't we go for it? We're going to go for it over here. That's our one base building. So this other engineer, I will go ahead and have him upgrade our fortifications here. That way, you know, we get a few more sandbags and things like that, because I think that is allowed. But beyond that, we can't really do much else with these guys. We can man these guns, I believe. It doesn't say anything about static guns, just artillery and mortars we're only allowed to have one of. So I think that makes sense that we can go ahead and man these up. There's nothing over here, but there's room for our Panther to be over there. Wasn't there a Pack 40 somewhere? Oh, it's up here. Oh, we're going to build that right in the way, aren't we? Well, we can always move the Pack 40, so that's totally fine. Okay, these guys have spread out over here, which is good. And we're just going to continue to buy more infantry and send them over this way. We can go ahead and get a light infantry gun, since that is a cannon and not artillery. And we could also get a Pack 38 and send it over this way, just to make sure we do have some form of defenses going on out here. We could get a Panzer 3M, not the strongest tank, but again, it's a tank and we'll take it. We got to do repairs on this though, to get that thing fully operational. This sucker here is completely out of ammo, so let's go ahead and get a German ammo crate up here. Go, my friend. And then we'll probably also need another one for our Pack 43 over this way. Sorry, it's a Pack 40, not a Pack 43. Pack 43 would have been very nice. Okay, this boy finished up, I think, building this whole thing, right? Yeah, good stuff. So now... Oh, can we not do the upgrades on these? Oh, there we go. Now we can. Okay, cool. So we should be able to build the rest of the guns on this fixed emplacement. So it's kind of like a multi-use emplacement for us. We get to blockade our fortress here, but on top of that, we're going to get a few cannons out of it. We're also going to man this with a ton of troopers, since this will probably be the best piece of cover we will have during the entirety of this battle. So get this completely loaded up with soldiers. This guy didn't build anything. What about this one? It didn't seem like that upgraded anything. Maybe they changed how this works. But usually building these upgrades the structure and adds like a assault turret or something like that to it. So hopefully... No, that did nothing too, but it did change the box. We could try that again? Come on, give me something. That... Okay, it placed a mortar. Good. Alright, cool. Since this is a part of our base building that we're allowed, I don't think that mortar counts as our one mortar personally. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and drag this back here, and let's put it on the main road over this way. That way it's not actually blockaded. And then these troopers we will get on the flanks over here, because we need to make sure that we cover the back of this, so any enemies that are coming up this right side, we can easily pivot our troopers and just shoot them up, and they will get killed super quickly. Alright, we've got more infantry mobilizing around here, which is great. Here comes our ammo crates, also very good for us. We'll keep those guys where they are. This guy needs to continue to upgrade this sucker here. Is this thing upgraded? Yep, okay, perfect. So this will toss into our little tank slot right there. We should have, yes, our other medium tank over here now as well. Why don't we go ahead and tuck this one over to the right side over here, I suppose. That way we cover this flank with some tanks too, and we'll also split these guys up to be a little bit more defensive. Get them into different spots and things like that. That way they're not all killed by one massive HE shot or anything like that. But I do like to double team or triple team sandbags to make sure that they don't fall to just a whole squad of troopers and one guy with a Gewehr can't kill all of them. It's a lot better to do this. Alright, so I don't think we can actually go ahead and place sandbags on these, because with the fixed emplacement mod activated, it will actually build a bunker instead of just sandbags. So that technically would be another bunker emplacement, so all of our guns are just going to be kind of freeballing it out in the open, and that really sucks buns for us. That is going to be rough. Oh, there's a Hummel here, but it is totally cooked, so we couldn't even take it anyway, because that would count as our artillery. But here we go. There's our one mortar unlocked now. So let's go ahead and bring that sucker back here. We're going to want this in the back area behind these hedgerows. And we're also going to want to get a supply truck for it, because mortars run out of ammunition so quickly in this game. Okay, on top of that, can we get some troops into these various wings around here? We've still got plenty of combat points since we are fighting alone on the battlefield without allies. So we should be able to spawn in a lot more soldiers than usual. which is nice. That's like one of the few saving graces of this map, that they're not forcing us to have allies that will actually ruin our defense. Okay, beautiful. This thing I'm actually going to tuck into the side over here. That way it is at least somewhat behind a hedgerow, and then it can angle its gun and peek that corner a little bit if we're cheeky with it. Let's also get another Pack 40 over this way to cover our right flank. There's a hill dip over here, so this might not be the best area for it. Maybe over this way. But if we put it so far over that way, we're also going to need some anti-infantry guns around here too, and maybe a flak gun as well, and maybe an MG42, just to get some added weight to this side of the battlefield to prevent enemies from swarming over. Okay, good stuff. Here is that mortar right there that we can utilize. There's also a flak gun here, which is great. Let's go ahead and boost this as well and see what it builds. So that, I guess, just took extra time to go ahead and build that gun. I'm not sure why it took so much extra time, but it did. And this one, again, is not building anything. Don't tell me I doubled up on this. No, it didn't. Good. Okay, excellent. Sometimes it doubles up, and that really screws us over. Go build that one instead. We'll see if that gives us anything. I'm not totally sure why it sometimes doesn't immediately spawn, and sometimes it does. It's just very peculiar. We're also going to go ahead and divvy up a lot of these troopers around here to make sure we hold each window and stuff like that where we need it. Okay, this guy I don't think did the thing here, so let's go ahead and try and upgrade that again. Wunderbar! Alright, our boy here, we're going to tuck him in so he is directly pressed against those log walls in the dirt hole there. And then we actually want to bring this over this way to reload those guns. Beautiful. Okay. Very nice. Let's also get a Pack 40 over on this right side too. Just want to make sure we're nice and locked in over here. Let's also get an AT detachment behind this wall, and then a Jaeger squad over on these sandbags too, to just lock in that right side. There will also be the early spawn point, so we're definitely going to want to go for that. We'll also send a squad over this way to make sure we can potentially stop them from taking it over here if it does spawn over here. And maybe we'll go ahead and go with our slowdown tactic by tossing soldiers into some of these bunkers. It didn't work when we were playing as the Japanese. However, it does tend to work if you're just trying to stall them. But if it's on your point itself, it's a very, very last-ditch effort we kind of learned. All right, 4 more minutes on the clock here. Let's go ahead and continue to upgrade this. I thought I clicked it to fully upgrade, but apparently it did not want to do that. So now it should, hopefully. Good. Another flak gun over here. Wunderbar. Go and get me some more soldiers over that way. We'll see if we can't upgrade more of this. We got 3 minutes left. There's not a ton for us to do, so I'll go ahead and time-lapse for a bit. Okay, I built some more of these. It's kind of 50-50 if they like work or not. I'm a little confused by how this is functioning, honestly. But we are at our max combat power, so we're not going to be able to spawn in any additional units. I will toss these guys into this building here. A lot of these guys that are in forward positions, we're really just going to be utilizing to slow down the enemy. And then we also have a ton of guys that we're tossing into these bunkers. And that way the enemy has to kind of deal with them before they start attacking our main base. So it's just kind of a nice slowdown tactic. These guys won't last forever. One flamethrower and we will literally be cooked. So that's fun. However, we can hold for a little bit probably with these guys, I'm guessing. Oh, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, get deeper in there, boys. And you guys over this way too. Wonderful. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You guys are going to want to stay in the bunker, though, because the enemy's coming in 25 seconds. Either way, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. It does help me a lot. Alright, let's get you guys racked up inside here, please. Oh, we can lock the gate. I think they can blow this up, but that is cool. We have to do both. Alright, we'll lock that gate there. We'll also want to lock this gate here before the enemy comes. Alright, Here comes the enemy. Let me just lock these gates real quick. And the forward position is over this way. I will send this squad actually over there to try and get it. By the way, it's going to be really laggy for a second while my computer renders the fact that there's like thousands of US soldiers on the battlefield right now. But that does actually unlock a little bit more combat points for us. So let's get another Panther up here, since now we know these are medium tanks, which is wonderful. Let's also get a Panzer IV-H up here. We just want to make sure we have additional troops around here. Go, move, buddy, move. All right, good. These are in position here. Wonderful. Again, cannot build sandbags for them, which really sucks. Okay, here comes the enemy. Their tanks are going to circumvent that area, but that's okay. There we go. Now the infantry is kind of figuring out, like, oh, shoot, there's guys here. And these guys didn't go in the bunker. Go in the bunker! Okay. Well, that was a mistake. That's all right. We've still got more guys here. Oh, great. An M7 Priest coming on up. Early on there. All right, so these AA guns need to get some serious kills for us. I have my doubts that they'll last for very long, because this little fortress is pretty out in the open, but I'm hoping at the very least they'll do something for a while. All right, Pack 40's over here trying to fire out as well. Just want to slow down the enemy again. All right, we can now buy our SK-18, bring it on over here. Let's go ahead and also back this up so it actually resupplies for us, and we'll need another supply truck for these guys here. Wunderbar. Okay, good stuff. So, our static defenses should be rat-ta-ta-ta-ing off. These guys are not going for the bunkers, but I think they will. They just kind of need to discover that they're there, and they will spot them if they just run by the bunker. So, I'm feeling okay about that. This is all firing away. That's good. Let's get our engineer over this way and get that built as well. And then we'll hop you on there, and that's already static there. Perfecto. All right, Pack 40. Let's see if we can't. The cow needs to get out of the way, bro. The cow needs to leave. We're gonna fire over the cow, risking the moo-moo's life for the greater good. All right. I don't think we captured the midpoint, honestly, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. We don't need the MP. We have a ton of it right now. You guys all need to get into actual firing positions over here because you all shifted away from them, which is quite frustrating. But that's okay. You can get into those positions now, and all will be forgiven. Come up here too for me, boys. And then the Panther over this way should be firing. Plus, we got these guys at the side angle there that I was talking about earlier. So they'll also be very capable of stopping them. And then there is our field gun firing away. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, there's the capture point. Yeah, our guys all got slaughtered over there, apparently. So that's just not going to happen. But big shots on those troopers over that way. While we go ahead and also get a Gavas Flaka squad over here to help protect that thing. And we did build additional defenses over here thanks to our engineer who just upgraded the base. So we'll get that going over that way too. And then we've got our riflemen over here that we can go ahead and hop off of that that ting right there, and then get them into firing positions. Wonderful. Here's our engineer. Why don't you reach for the front lines here now as well, and we'll hop these guys off of this crate too. All right, so our enemy distractions are working out now. Let's actually go ahead and pop a trooper out of here and get him to fire or throw a grenade or something at this thing. Oh, he's got a grenade launcher, so it's actually got heat rounds, so we can fire at that and then retreat back inside, and hopefully these guys then come and pivot to try and attack that bunker over that way. That would be very helpful for us. This little farmhouse area over here is distracting the enemies as well, so we're getting away with just delaying them from actually approaching our main fortifications. We'll go ahead and pivot this Panther to be side angling a little bit more so. This thing's got 3 infantry kills, not too bad. Our flak guns up here are, in fact, getting roasted, so that kind of sucks. We'll go ahead and try and get a few additional troopers into them. They're pretty damaged, though. Ooh, yeah, this thing is not going to last forever in terms of its actual gun capabilities, because, I mean, look at all these vehicles the enemy is fielding over here. They'll just be able to trample through there. Get me a Panther over this way for the middle ground to help our field gun out. Because that is a lot of enemy vehicles coming on forward over there. Start shelling over this way too. Boom, baby, let's go! Big field gun plays. That's what it's all about. Okay. Firing again. You know, a heavy tank would go extremely hard here, as would mines. Think about the mine potential. We've actually done an entire minefield defense on this battlefield before, which is incredibly fun. But, yeah, right now it would definitely help in slowing down the enemy quite a bit. I'm keeping an eye on the minimap at the top left, and it looks like our guys at the farmhouse are still alive, so we can still fixate on this side, which is where that spawn point was. So this is where most of the enemies are going to be coming in. This Panzer III is actually doing a very good job of eliminating a lot of these smaller units here. It's already got 3 vehicle kills, so that's pretty impressive. Although I will say it probably won't last forever, but as long as it can eliminate more of that, I am very, very happy. Our troopers in here are still getting kind of squashed. I'm going to bring us additional soldiers to be behind here, because they're trying to gun rush over this way. Oh, our Panther's dead. Well, at the very least, the crew members inside of it are, so we're going to push those guys to there. We have another Panther coming on up, though. Go ahead and rotate. You're side angling. You're side angling very heavily. There you go. All right, beautiful. And hopefully he can fire over that little hill there, because that would be monstrous towards the enemy. 1 minute till the enemy gets some reinforcements here. We're doing all right, though. We're doing all right. Let's go ahead and get a nice pot shot here. Okay. See, that's the thing with the field gun, is it doesn't do the same damage as like the mortars in this game. It's kind of the difference maker in that. I think we just hit our own troopers. Yes, we did. You know, so it doesn't do as much damage, but it does have really good splash damage compared to mortars and things like that. So, you know, the big poof right there. Plus, it also can do anti-tank slightly. It's got heat rounds, which can eliminate tanks, but just doesn't... It's not built for it, you know? Okay, good stuff, boys. This thing's main gun is out damaged, so we need to get repairs down on that. Left side's still doing perfectly fine. These guys have done a great job just distracting over here. But next round, there should be more enemies coming up on that left side, so we need to be a little bit more careful of that. Let's go ahead and also pivot this. Just start firing out this way. There is a random Panzer out there. That's just a prop for the map, so wasn't our loss. All right, good stuff, good stuff. That, I need the Panther to deal with that. All right, I need the Panther to destroy that thing while I continue to try and negate the infantry rushes. All right, it's pivoting off to the right side. Our Panzer III is going to have trouble against this. It is not a surefire kill, but we are going to try to nick it. Nope. Alright, we're gonna back off this sucker, because that's not a fight we want to be taking. Let's get a Panzer IV-H over here as well. We'll just kind of put it in this way. Oh yeah, and we got a Pack 40 over here, so that is definitely capable of killing that Sherman right there. Okay, our Panther back this way is completely dead now. There's just too many vehicles coming up right side. It's also crazy laggy, which makes it very difficult. Random Willies coming in. Our rocket troopers over here are getting nice shots onto that Sherman. Very nice. Love to see. Do you guys have a grenade? Yeah, you do. Come on. Someone just get up there and finish that thing off before it starts ripping with its machine gun. It is still alive currently. Look at all these enemies over here. They're actually getting up to our walls here and starting to shoot into us. There's barbed wire on that entrance point, but this entrance point is technically still open. It's the only one still open. That barbed wire is just naturally occurring, though. We didn't place it, don't worry. And we can always lock up those doors, too, if the enemy looks like they're going to start coming on in. Now, there are rooftops on top of these things, so it's going to be pretty much impossible to throw a grenade through these tiny little gap holes down to here, or else I would. But what we could do... Oh, my God. All right, they're shooting inside. We can go out here near the door, and hopefully we have enough of an arm. Nope, that's not going to work. We threw it at the ground, so that's not good. But also, it apparently didn't have the angle to throw it out. It's also very hard to maneuver with this amount of lag going on, so please don't blame me. Okay, well, I guess you can. All right. Can we get a heat round off on this sucker? Let's see. Fire. Gorgeous shot, but it's just at such a distance that heat round isn't going to be that effective. They are striking us hard over here with, I think, a Calliope. That could be the nail in the coffin. A Calliope shredding us is exactly what we don't need right now. I'm going to back this over here. We'll probably destroy that because it's just a waste of space. Let's pivot our SK-18, our one artillery gun that we are allowed to have on this here battlefield, and gosh darn it, we're going to start using it pretty good. Alright, so self-destruct is initiated on this sucker. I'm going to go ahead and bring that infantry over that way, and then we're going to, no. We're going to re-pivot this to be in a much better position and just free fire that SK-18 wherever your heart desires. Oh my god, that's a huge infantry rush. Get me reinforcements up here. We've still got a Panzer 4H over there. We've still got all this infantry over this way, so that's good. Our MG is dead, and that is so much coming at us. Hold on, Panther. I'm gonna need you to start popping. We're gonna fixate on some of this infantry. It takes a really long time to load HE for a Panther, apparently. Fire! Nice, good shot. Okay. Hopefully the machine gun is also dying off. I'll also take control of the machine gun here and just get some shots in there. Oh god, they're flooding in. They're flooding in. Good kills though, good kills. We're gonna need additional units in here now. Go! They're just bum rushing. Whoa! Nice! I think that was an enemy artillery shot. Oh god. Oh, these guys were meant to go in there, but I'm instead actually gonna pivot them onto that wall so they can fire into the backs of these guys. I don't even know how they passed by those guys without dying the first time. That's crazy. Please start firing. Oh, great. That was our own mortar. We just had a ton of friendly fire right there. Fantastic. All right, give me more units. Come on now. Come on now. This mortar needs to actually do some work for us, okay? There we go. We're retaking. We're retaking. Good. Nice. Yeah, I think we got enough kills that we're outweighing them now over here. All right, this thing needs to pivot. Good. Good pivot. And Gerbes Flaka. I'm gonna toss you guys. Which building do I want to throw them in? This one I feel like will be heavily targeted, but at the same time it's such a central area, it's probably a good idea. Oh my goodness. That right there is so many. That's not good. Are we having fun, Mr. Krabs? Alright, so you guys need to pop out here and start getting kills. Because guess what? There's a ton of enemies crawling around. All just crawling around. So, yeah, we're going to position our boys around here and start taking them out wherever we can. Eliminate them, please. Good, 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 good. We love to see. Oaks Grenadier, I'll put some of them in here. I'm surprised these are still alive. This is actually out of ammo, so why don't we get a supply truck for the two of them over that way. Might as well keep them firing if we can. Alright. Get this guy kind of in the brambles here so he can help protect that. And Panther is dead. Gonna purchase a second one. Put it over this way. Kind of angled in, and then we can't buy anything additional for a little while here. Panzer 4H, pivot the turret. S'il vous plaît. Man. I shot through the wood. We did get a hit marker, but it wasn't enough to kill this thing in the slightest. Okay, decent shot. Might have turret damaged it? Nope, it did not. This is the biggest threat. The M8 Greyhound I couldn't care less about at the moment. Alright, you just need to continue to hammer that gun. It's a bit of an awkward angle, so I'm not sure if you're going to do super well against it. Send you guys out that way. We're going to lay you guys on the ground. That way you have extra cover in there. And then, yeah, we got these guys coming in too. Go situate yourself over there. Pack is totally gone. Obliterated. Panzer 4G, let's get that on the far left flank over there. I know we have a Panther heading that way too. Alright, our actual fort over here is still holding. These boys back here are also still holding. Alright, our gun over this way is gone. These guys need some ammo, so we'll send them back here to the center of our point to acquire some ammo. Alright, these guys way out here. Honestly, I don't think they're doing anything. So I'm going to send them back this way, okay? Panzer M, we're going to repair. This is coming clutch, and this has also gotten a couple tank kills. Well, one tank kill, not a couple. So that's pretty good, too. Very nice. Okay, our flak gun over here is now getting resupplied. I'm going to jettison these troopers. We're in immense danger from this tank over here, so I'm actually going to push this forward over this way. because I want that to be a bit more of an infantry killer, and it was doing that job before. So we need to, boom, take that tank out with our Panther, which is glorious, and then we're actually on a really good... Alright, they had a mobile tank howitzer in an M8, so that ruined us right there. That might have turret damaged. That thing's done. Okay, cool. At least its main gun can't fire, and that's the main concern. So that's beautiful for us. Alright, Gerber's Flacker Squad. We're going to keep on supplying infantry over this way. I also want to get an AT detachment over here for any tanks that might slither their way through. I'm actually going to do a lot of AT detachments in various areas to make sure if they do get through, we have that cheeky little line of defense for ourselves. Alright, good. Because they are pretty much surefire kills if they can get a Panzerfaust shot on the side of a Shaman. There's our mortar firing off again. Let's pop smoke, buy ourselves a little bit of time here as the next enemy wave should be coming forward. Let's see if we can't. We can't knock that thing out of the battle just yet, but that's alright. Okay. Okay. Panther's still chilling. That thing's getting repaired, though I don't really anticipate it being super helpful. Oh, they're in our base. Alright, you guys just lay down here. Oh, God. Mortars. Can't tell if it's ours or theirs. There's also an M7 Priest right here. Should we go lock this door, too? Here, this guy's in the base, too. Go kill him real quick if you can. Oh, kill him, kill him. Alright, let's go lock this up. Hold on. Go kill this guy. Go and kill this guy. No! Alright, you might have to just... Let's see. Can you close the door on him? Shoot him! Whoa! Someone helped you out, my friend. Hold on, there's more. There's more. There's more. Man! Alright, they're in the base and actively preventing us from locking the door. Alright, we're just gonna hold that corner for now. Here comes the Calliope. Alright, they're Calliopeing the base. Oh, no. Uh-oh. It's actually not that effective. Oh! Their GMC just rocked a bunch of our Volksgrenadier there, though. This thing's still okay. We leave where it is. Why don't you inch your way forward over that way? Oh, there's the next pickup point, but we're in no way capable of taking that. Alright, get me some more Jäger squad. Please get the Jägers up here. Volksgrenadier as well. Spread them out. Spread them out. Show them some pain. This is a laggy one with so many AI. Alright, look at this. They're starting their charge through this way. We've still got plenty of troopers around here, though, ready to stop them. Come on, boys. Fire away. Take them down. Take them down a notch. Yes, sir. There we go. There's the mortar popping off, and there goes our Panzer 4H. Okay, well, we don't have enough MP to do anything about that right now, which is a very big problem for us. Right, here comes more of the enemy infantry. Our reinforcements are getting up here just now, so we should be able to stop some of them. Oh, no, that was just our Panzerfaust unit, so the rest of them are too far back. All right, this thing got absolutely clobbered. Try and get repairs down on that. This is absolutely clobbered as well. Okay, this might be the end. I don't have enough money for this. Uh-oh. Can get a Panzer 3M up here. I'm going to hold off for a better tank once we have the funds for it. You guys, I'm going to shift y'all around to be in more optimized positions back there behind cover for the enemy wraparound, just in case they kill our troopers over here. They're really slaughtering us with the artillery. That's definitely our main concern at the moment, is the artillery just absolutely decimating us, and also the lag. Makes it very hard to actually play the game. All right, can you guys please repair that for me? That is their Calliope. All right, look, big boy artillery back here. Can you hit this thing with all you got? Because she's super close to us. All right. Okay, we're still good over here. These guys are chilling. You can hop back into that. Wonderful. So that tank is back up and running. Good. All right. We can get a Panzer 4H, which I will do. I'm just going to toss it in the back here where this hedgerow has a gap in it. so we can fire over it. These troopers here, we're going to send into the back of the point over that way just to make sure we stop infantry before they can get in. They're bum rushing with vehicles front and center here. Oh, our Panzerfaust trooper died, but his teammate's still alive. Let's see if you can go for that M4A3 right there. You guys just lay down. They're shelling us like crazy right now. This is not good. There's the Panzerfaust. Not bad. We need to take out that M16. Someone go for it. Come on. Okay, someone hits the vehicle in front of it. Did some damage to it. Oh! They bailed out! Get in it! Get in it! Take it over! Take it over! Screw it! Go, boys! Alright, we'll peel you guys back this way. Oh my god, the lag. That is a disastrous amount of infantry coming for us. Alright, our soldiers are walled up, though. I'm really hoping we can hold out. Really hoping. Did we ever kill that Calliope? Wow, that's a lot of enemies. Oh, dear lord. Okay, so getting a vehicle in there is going to be next to impossible. I think the right decision is to hold back there, where our Panzer IV-H will not be so easily clobbered. There's the artillery. So trying to kill that Calliope. It does have AP rounds, so it could potentially get a kill there. Alright, you guys just lay down. Never mind about the counter charge. I had that coming in like 5 minutes ago. It took them that long to get there, so that really didn't work out for us. Alright, look. These guys in here, I want y'all to come out this way. Come over here. Come over here for me. Get on over there. Alright, good stuff. There's so much infantry. Oh my god. Does our mortar still have ammo? Oh god, the lag. Not really. It's about to run low. So let's go ahead and get another supply truck over here. Where's our Panzer? My god, it takes so long for everything to get over here. Especially with the lag, obviously. Alright, let's also get a Panzer IIIM up here. We'll get it over this way. And then I'm also going to pivot our Panther to be positioned over there. This guy's out of ammo, but I don't dare move them over to our ammo supply. We'll just leave them where they are. They've got grenades, don't they? They'll be fine. Oh, God. That is a lot of enemies. And we can't really micromanage because of the lag. Okay. Very nice mortar strike right there. Hopefully we still have this whole area locked down. Tons of infantry. We got our Panther coming up to help protect this back angle. Come on, boys. Keep it up. All right. Stop right there. Fire into that GMC over that way. They are really going hard with the artillery right now, but we are counter-artillerying with our mortar and our SK-18, which, by the way, has 12 kills. That's not that good. That is not that good. Start targeting the infantry instead of that tank. Oh, God. This got clobbered. Okay. Can we counter-fire? Our guys are stunned. They're stunned. Oh, God, they just killed our mortar unit. It's okay. They'll get back up. They're just unconscious. Nope, they actually died. Never mind. All right, that guy not got the angle, do we? Okay, you know what? The guys that were in the truck get on that thing. Gun is broken on our Panzer IV-H. Fantastic. Love it. All right, we're going to get a Jaeger squad back here. We're going to get a heavy Volk squad over here. We need weight on the battlefield. The infantry is the only thing really coming onto the battlefield currently. This got completely decrewed, so get me... Oh, God. Get me crew members in that, please. Sirs. Oh, it might burn. The engine might catch, but might as well still try and get soldiers in there to get some fire out. Ugh! I feel like I'd be doing substantially better if we weren't getting 8 frames per second. Oh, yeah, they're gonna burn. That's not great. Ugh! Stop the artillery! You guys need to just lay down here. I think we're cooked. I think we're actually cooked. We don't have enough money. Get me more infantry in here. I'm gonna try to counterbalance here. This thing just keeps getting slammed. Come on, Panzerfausts. Fire! Get me some kills, boys. This is truly a disaster challenge right now. This is a disaster. Oh, God. Okay, our mortar is dead again, so we need to bail these troopers out. Get them in there. We need to counterbalance more with more infantry, but our last few infantries are still, like, getting over here because our spawn is so far away. Okay, get this guy in here, too. This mortar, I'm going to try and direct control, but god dang, it's a little bit hard. We're at 11 FPS now, though, so that's huge gains. Massive kill from the mortar right there. It's up to 65. It's actually not as good as I thought. We're getting another soldier on it after that one also died. Their tanks are just in here now. I do notice our bunkers at the top left are still in combat currently. So I think that is from the last spawned wave. They're finally getting in there. We're going to try to go kill this thing. Oh, good shot. Jolly good show. Good stuff, boys. Good stuff. Let's get a Fusilier squad up here. We need to counterbalance the point with weight, meaning lots and lots of infantry to try and make that greater than 10 into our greater than 10, if possible. All right, look, this mortar is actually helping, but it's dead again. All right, here. This trooper, run out of there. Try and go help out with that. Nah, it's oh! We actually counterbalanced it almost. Yes! Good shot into that tank. Alright, that killed a few tank crew members. Look at that! We're recapping. We are recapping. We are doing it. Hold on, we need a shot over this way. Oh my god, look at all these freaking vehicles, dude. Oh god, they're gonna come through. At least our infantry should have some Panzerfaust. So that will help. This thing is taking forever to reload. Why is this taking so long? And we hit the tree. Okay. Alright, you guys need to lay down. Alriite, so they've recountered our counter. Try and get more soldiers in here. We should have more, yeah, on the way. We got plenty on the way. That's good. Look, Panzer IV-H, who's been over here chilling this whole time. I'm going to bring you up this way. Pack 40, you're going to stay on this flank because we can't let the flanks go, sadly. I'm going to bring this guy around here. We're going to swing him in this way, I think. I don't know. I don't know, bro. We might be cooked. We got squads inbound. Wow, Panzer IV-H enters the fray, and immediately, like, 8 tanks. Oh my, look at all those tanks. A despicable number. Despicable! Dear Lord. Oh, no. Oh, nuts. Alright, head in that way. We trying our best. Move in. Nah, it's actually Jover. It's Jover going out sad at 8 FPS. This is after absolutely slam boinking the last few challenges. This was deserved. Except the last challenge, we actually did not win. But this one, we certainly did not win at all. Do be tough out here. They're grenading our guys back this way. We can't step foot on the middle of the point without getting absolutely clobbered by incoming fire. So we kind of have to sit around the outskirts, and that's just not working for us. Wow. The beach defense is not working. Normandy's a goddamn bloodbath, boys. Ah! Yeah, we're getting cooked. Alright, look at these guys. They're trying. Okay, some decent kills inside that. We're still getting kills. They just have like 1,000 soldiers on the point. There's just no way we counterbalance it at all. It's just not going to happen. We're also broke. So that doesn't help. It's just a whole mess. It's a whole goddamn mess. Whoa. They're bombing their own men there. Try and get on that mortar. Nah, it's over. It's well over. I just hope we got a lot of kills. That's all I can hope for. Is that we diced them up good. Yeah, we can't even get on that mortar without dying. Oh my god, they're killing their own men. They're artillerying their own men to death. That's how little they care. They're killing their own boys. And there we go. We got 788 infantry kills, 450 deaths, 32 vehicle kills, 25 vehicle deaths. A brutal battle. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave more disaster battles in the comment section below. This one was especially hard, but I asked for especially hard ones, so I got what I frickin' deserved. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.